Thank you, Madam Chair. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to begin by thanking our host, North Macedonia, for the excellent hospitality and for providing a strong leadership of the OSCE in these very challenging times. Slovakia fully aligns itself with the statement presented earlier by the European Union, and let me add a few comments in my national capacity. Madam Chairperson, it has been 21 months since the start of Russia's unprovoked, brutal war of aggression against Ukraine. Since then, the European security has been seriously compromised with very negative consequences for the whole OSCE area and for our work. This aggression must stop. Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity must be respected and restored. Any attempts to change borders by force are unacceptable. The findings of the OSCE Moscow mechanism, the Commission of Inquiry or the investigations of the International Criminal Court have made it clear that crimes against humanity and war crimes have been committed and international human rights law and international humanitarian law seriously violated by Russian forces. We support international initiatives and mechanisms to secure accountability and justice in Ukraine and for Ukraine. Perpetrators of war crimes need to be brought to justice. Slovakia is Ukraine's reliable neighbor. We continue supporting Ukraine, notably through humanitarian assistance and humanitarian demining, and many other forms, also hosting a large group of Ukrainian refugees. We are strongly committed to achieving a just and lasting peace and that upholds the UN Charter principles, and Slovakia's interest lies in a peaceful, independent, democratic and prosperous Ukraine fully integrated into European structures. We believe it is important that the war against Ukraine remains in the very center of the OSCE's agenda, and in this respect we welcome that the OSCE continues its support to Ukraine through the implementation of the donor-funded projects managed by the Support Programme for Ukraine, helping the civilian population facing the consequences of the war, and through the activities of the OSCE chairpersonship special representative, a Slovak diplomat, Ambassador Peško, working tirelessly on the ground to get the best from the OSCE presence for Ukraine. The situation in Belarus remains very worrying. We call on the Belarusian authorities to stop enabling Russia's war of aggression and to abide by its international obligations and commitments. Political, civic and human rights violations we are witnessing in Belarus are unacceptable. We urge the government of Belarus to release all unlawfully detained political prisoners and to live up to all its OSCE commitments. Slovakia supports a genuine dialogue between Azerbaijan and Armenia and full involvement of both countries in the normalization process, which we believe is the only sustainable solution and the path to a peaceful and stable South Caucasus. Having said that, proper attention should be directed to all frozen and active conflicts in the OSCE area, protecting sovereignty and territorial integrity of all participating states. We cannot be indifferent towards conflicts and violence wherever it happens. And in this respect, my country unequivocally condemns brutal attacks perpetrated by terrorist organization Hamas against Israel and its civilian population, resulting in hundreds of innocent civilian casualties. Israel has an undisputable and legitimate right to self-defense in line with the principles of international humanitarian law. A just solution to the conflict is urgently needed so that attacks like this never happen again. Madam Chair, in conclusion, allow me to reaffirm our belief that the OSCE, with its comprehensive approach to security, continues to have an irreplaceable role in the European security architecture. We need to preserve its acquis built over 50 years, including autonomous institutions, and make sure that the OSCE continues its important work, including through its field missions, in the next 50 years and beyond. We therefore welcome that the consensus has been reached on the OSCE chair for 2024, and we congratulate Malta. But we also hope to reach a similar consensus on the rollover of the mandate of the top 4 positions in the Secretariat and in the organizations for 1 year as an indivisible package. More needs to be done, however, for the organization to remain relevant and fully functional. Many speakers mentioned the necessity to adopt the budget, and we are also ready to work with other participating states to that end and fully support Malta in steering the OSCE during the next challenging year. I thank you for your attention.